Hey everyone, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my what I eat in a day. So this is a real day of eating on a work day, so I thought I'd take you guys along. So the first thing I do every morning is I go into the fridge and I grab one of my broccoli containers that I've already meal prepped. That is in my meal prep video, which I will link here. And then I also grab some steamed potatoes. Now I grab as many as feels right for the day, and today felt like a 4 steamed potato day, just kind of showing the size of those. So what I do is I just crack the lid on this. Sometimes I'll actually use a steamer that I got off of Amazon, but not always. I wanted to show you how real this is because this is life. Getting Cleo out of the way. We call it the potato bandit. But anyway, I'm just putting that broccoli in the microwave for a total of 6 minutes. Sometimes I do 6.5, just depends. And I'm just cutting up my potatoes and I'm gonna warm those. Also felt like having some zucchini, so that was already cooked, so I just heated it up. So in my large bowl, I've got my potatoes, my broccoli. I'm going to go ahead and top it with the zucchini as well, and then I'm going to also put on some of my favorite sauerkraut. This is an organic sauerkraut that you can get usually at your local health food store. It is absolutely the best, and I highly recommend it. So I'll just put on there however much sauerkraut I feel like having for the day, and typically it's quite a bit. It is something that I actually really enjoy on my food. So I will put some of that on there. And then I also put some balsamic vinegar and salt on my food. And I'm not really super picky with the salt. I'll go kind of heavy on the salt, and that's totally fine with me. So I'm also going to be using this Neapolitan herb balsamic vinegar. This is from the Bodacious Shops. I'll link that down below. It's not an affiliate or anything. I just really, really like it. So this is my breakfast, and I have this every single day, sometimes with a different vegetable. So today for lunch, I am having cabbage, and I kind of boiled this cabbage to death, like not even going to lie to you guys. But it turned out okay. I ate it anyway. And then I've got this quinoa salad that I made. I will link a similar recipe down below. I didn't really follow it. I kind of made it up. It wasn't my favorite thing I've ever eaten, but it was fine. Now this quinoa that I'm putting on the side as well was delicious. It's just quinoa, salt, lemon juice, and fresh dill. One of my favorite things. So I had some cabbage that I boiled to death and some quinoa salad for lunch that day. Next is going to be dinner, and for dinner I had these sweet potatoes that were already cooked. I baked these in the air fryer, and then what I'm going to do is a little bit of a longer process. I actually baked mine in the oven for a few minutes, and then I put them in the air fryer because I tend to bake my sweet potatoes so they're very, very soft, maybe a little too soft or something, just like putting them straight in the oven. And then if I put them all in the air fryer, they kind of clump together. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and arrange these all on a baking sheet that is lined with a silicone mat. You could use parchment paper or a nonstick pan or something like that. And then I'm just going to bake these at 425 for about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to put them in the air fryer for another 10. Now I am here about to make like a little kale on kale kind of salad. So I've got some kale that I had already pre-washed and everything during meal prep, and I'm just going to rip it up a little bit smaller and put it straight in my bowl. And then we're going to make a kale pesto to go on top of our kale. I know, right? Kale pesto. It's going to be delicious though. Just trust me on this one. So we're going to break it up, we're going to massage it a little bit, love it, and we're going to get out our blender. So I've put in 2 big handfuls of basil into that blender, and then I'm just going to add the rest of this bag of kale, which is about 1.5 cups or so of the chopped kale. I decided to put this in here because I had it, and I needed it to be gone. So we're just going to add that in there. We're also going to add the juice of half a lemon, some salt, some garlic powder, and some raw cashews, and then blend it all together. What I really liked about this was it made enough for a couple of servings. And then also the cashews and the kale, I didn't blend it until it was completely pureed and like mixed together. And it kind of had this like Parmesan cheese effect in it, the cashews did, which I really liked because that's typically what you find in pesto. But this is an oil-free pesto, and it was delicious. If you feel like you need to, you can add a little bit of water to it as well. It just depends on how thick or thin you want your pesto to be. So I'm adding the raw cashews in now, and I'm just going ahead and blitz that up together. I'm going to pour as much as I want over my greens, and then the rest I'm just going to pour into a jar. And I made a mess on my counter, and it is what it is. Now I'm just going to go in with my hands because I feel like that's the best way to mix it. So there's me pouring the rest of the sauce into a jar. This was delicious. I really enjoyed it. You don't have to mix the kale with your hands, but it does help break down some of those fibers if you do. And then once my sweet potatoes were done, I'm not even going to lie to you, I told you this was a real what I eat in a day. I ate it off of this mat. And the last thing I had this day was Kiki's chocolate mug cake with a banana on the side because balance. And so I just followed her recipe. I will link it in the description box down below. Mix that bad boy up, pop it in the microwave, and I always put a banana on it because, again, I'll say it, balance. You know what? A little fruit never hurt you. So I've got my mug cake cooked, and I kept it a little bit gooey. You can cook it until it has reached the consistency that you prefer. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my banana on here, and then I'm going to, not so skillfully, oh, and I also give my dogs a piece of banana because they love banana, and who am I to deprive them of that? Like I said, it's a little gooey, so it comes out of the cup really easily. And I don't spray the cup or anything like that, and it just comes right out, like I said, a little thin, but I kind of like it. And you get a little banana, you know, kind of use that to get the liquid part. It's delicious. Kiki knocked it out of the park. Also, I'm looking at it, and it's kind of like a little heart. How cute is that? So this is what I ate today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below and turn on bell notifications so you're notified when I upload a new video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!